guys, and welcome to NS2SHOWTIME episode 3. No big intro flash today, just talking here, popping up the head. So, how are you doing? B1, Fana, and Scrime to scream all at the same time? No, better not.
No, you can't tell me what to
No,
do.
no.
Absolutely big no. So just on a quick introduction, what we up against today. We talk a little bit, of course, about the NSL Season 2 ending, the finals, upcoming matches a little bit. And I want to go a little bit more specifically into a specific game. We're going to go analyze just a little bit. After that, we have some talk about Nations Cup. And we have a special guest today, Arios, who will open up with a really big announcement. So don't leave too early. That's going to be really interesting for you, probably. For all the teams who are really waiting for something to sign up. So, okay, I think, going ahead, we have two players here playing yesterday and winning, let's say, decisively. If you didn't watch it, there will be spoilers. I'm sorry, guys. You better, close your ears or something, because we're going straight into that. Fana Scrime winning that with Arkeer 4-1 versus Goder. And was it a stomp, or was it decisive, or was it hard to win? What do you say?
It was decisive.
Well, yeah, I agree with decisive. I mean,
Decisive.
Playing against Godar is always tricky. Honestly, I feel we have very good control over their marine rounds, but when we play against their alien rounds, it's always, well, it's tricky. They're very good aliens, and we had to fight hard for the wins yesterday as well. But I felt we had reasonable control. It was a decisive win.
Yep.
Alright, so you saw many people rooting. Oh yeah, we saw many
Well, people are sick of us winning all the time. So
yes, probably. I mean, we already had some talk about that, and it can be really. I can understand you guys that it's sometimes really annoying if you're straight up beating everyone, and no one talks about the amazing moves you do, and always talk only about the other one, the underdog, when they some kill of you and take one game. It's so amazing. I'm guilty as well, you know. I'm hyping your opponents all the time over, but it's a little bit. I don't know if I do it conscient or not. It just happens.
It's really a luxury problem, though. It's not really something we can whine about.
Alright. We announced it already. I picked one certain game in this matchup. I wanted to talk a little bit about you, and also about the thinking behind Scram, because it was some really.
You're gonna talk about me? Really? Oh my god, blind. Oh, I'm excited now.
Oh god, so excited.
Fana, I heard you want to talk about your lurk gameplay.
Yes. Will
Sorry,
I get to talk about it?
No, you don't. Sorry, Blind.
No!
Okay, talking about that game, I actually have that one set up. It's paused yet, so we can go stop, pause, rewind, everything. But before I actually start hitting this one, talking about that.
So this is round.
This
5?
is game 5, exactly.
Yeah.
You can see it in the screen. The score at that point in time was 3-1 for Arkeer. So if Arkeer wins that, that's the last. And
maybe do a quick recap. I guess we should say that we played 4 rounds before that.
Quick, please, quick.
Really quick.
Fana.
Yeah, chill out, Bobby. Oh my god. Jesus. Stream Nazi. We started on Summit, played 2 rounds there. We won both rounds on Summit, Archaea that is. And then we switched to Vale, where we Archaea lost the Marine round and won the Alien round. So that's what happened before this. Now we're coming into the 5th round. If we win this round, of course we win the entire thing because it's a best of 7. If we lose it, it goes to another round.
Exactly. And the reason why I skipped the first games is because we talked yesterday in a post-match interview about that, especially on your Marine Vale round. There was a lot of talk about that, what you did, why you did it. If you didn't see that, guys, there's actually, I can put up maybe a link to that later on.
It's a lot of talk about a relatively boring round.
Yeah, but it was. I mean, I was amazed to see that, especially from you, Scrime, to pull off a move like that, and I loved it.
I'm here to entertain, Blind. I'm here to entertain.
It's not like we don't cheese or we never consider it. It's just generally we feel confident that we're gonna win without the cheese, and it's more reliable. But sometimes, and Vale is a good example of that, sometimes the odds are so stacked against you when the aliens get that good spawn on the alien-biased map that the chances of winning with regular gameplay is just too low, so you may as well cheese it. At least try.
Yeah. Okay. Talking about now Game 5 specifically, I wanna actually, when I play it right now, what you see on the stream, it might be a little bit choppy because not the monster pre-seed quite yet. It will take 2 more weeks, I'm sorry about that, when Haskell's out. But about the opening you see in the minimap, Scrime, your opening, was usually see it just for introduction that most times I see at least 3 Marines mezzanine, even sometimes 4 and hitting up early pressure. But you picked this opening with 3 platform and 2 messer, and maybe when I pause in here, I would like to hear your thought process and how you plan this out.
Okay, so my basic idea how we should counter, yeah, you should pause there. How we should counter Godard's gameplay is that.
Maybe you should say what Godard's gameplay is before you go into how you counter it, just quickly.
Yeah, Godard gameplay is basically that they open up with one rest node at one side, which means they don't have that much to defend, and then they use their scouts to go behind, should we say it, their enemy line. They go behind our Marines and start butting rest nodes, forcing me to split up my Marines constantly, and sometimes to make really good ambushes, killing that guy who comes back to defend, and then I have to send back the other one, and then we lose momentum, and we might even lose the rest nodes, and everything gets chaotic. And meanwhile, they can expand behind it even furthermore.
Okay, this isn't fast crime. This is really detailed.
And so basically what I wanted to do was to open up really slowly, play methodically, and just making sure we hold 4 rest nodes. And as soon as I hit the timing of A1, W1 shotgun, from that point on, I put the full pressure on for the next 10 minutes and hopefully try to end the game before the fates come up.
Yeah, I mean, they have different strategies. Godard have different strategies depending on which spawns you get. But with this specific spawn, when they spawn in shipping, they open up with one quick rest node, quick carapace. And we know that we're not really in any hurry to kill the rest nodes then, because their rest load is going to be pretty slow in the beginning. If it was opposite spawns, if they'd spawn server warehouse, they would be spamming nodes pretty quickly without getting carapace, or delaying carapace a little bit. And that's when you need to hurry and be really aggressive, potentially to take some rest nodes down, or you just get swarmed by the rest. But with these spawns, which are of course somewhat favorable for us, we can play a little bit more defensive. We can deny their rest biting while getting us upgrades, and then as soon as we have the key upgrades up and the shotguns, that gives us a lot more freedom to attack their RTs favorably before they can get enough rest up to really be a danger.
Yeah, when you talk about
that's I just want to say that also that's 2 things that Godard was really known for now is the rest biting. They go behind and bite really much at the start, and also the fade explosion. We didn't really see any fade explosion in these games. Like Tram was a little bit, but they weren't really playing like they used to play.
Oh, they were trying.
No,
they were trying.
We just denied it.
Yeah, we tried in the night beyond. They played
it was
exactly
a really good denial. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they tried to do exactly that, and they always save for 3 or 4 fades, but that gives you quite a weak early game and a weak game before you actually get the fades up, and I tried to punish that.
Yeah,
basically.
We will come to that part also, but if you talk, just one thing I wanted to add in about when you open up a passive game because you expect Godard with just 1 RT, we can actually see right here on the minimap already, they changed it. They went for insta dual rest drop in logistics and in observation, and so
keep playing because I remember that they didn't. But keep playing, Blind. I'll see if they actually dropped the second rest node, because as far as I remember, they only assisted.
They didn't drop. They didn't drop observation, did they?
You dropped the ghosted CC. No, they dropped right now. They dropped it. You see that?
Keep on playing.
They dropped Logi.
Yeah, they dropped Logi, but they only dropped 1 rest node, and they only assist
no,
to the other side.
No.
He dropped it now, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, good of them then.
40 seconds.
Yeah, they changed it a little bit.
Yeah.
Good for you.
But still, it's still like this that maybe they changed that up as well. Actually.
Pause it, Blind. I just want to say one thing, and that is that the reason we had 3 guys in the North Tunnels instead of having 3 guys in Mess is that we want to keep the cappers together. We don't want to send solo capper squads, because one of the key things Godard do is they send 2 skulks, sort of team working against 1 capper, and the solo capper he doesn't have a chance against 2 skulks who are team working. So since we're not putting any pressure anyway, we decide that we want to have secure capping, then we need to send 2 people together. So that's why we have 3 in north, because then we can send 1 guy towards hub to block off that path to our rest nodes, and 2 guys to warehouse to build rest nodes.
Yeah, and I like it because it's really countering Goder, and many times I see teams just send 1 warehouse and shoot hub and try to put up double pressure, like logistics and ops with the other 2 guys. And really fits it well. So far, it was a good opening, but also Goder wasn't hurt by that, because with the passive gameplay, having a double rest drop, it's also maybe in their favor. I'm not sure what to say.
Double rest drop isn't that problematic either. The problem really only starts when they get 3 rest nodes up. Or drop the 3rd rest node, as in their 4th. That's when you really start the clocks start ticking. But you can survive against 3 rest nodes for at least 4 minutes without taking anything down. You will still be able to win the game if you start taking the rest nodes down then.
As long as you tech behind it, of course.
Yeah, the point is you have to get the tech up so you can reliably take down those rest nodes.
Yeah.
Okay, so far for the opening for both sides. Don't want to play the whole time through over. I mean, can play a little bit, but I want to push a little bit towards interesting. I mean, that's just standard rest biting. There was one situation right here in observation. 2-minute mark. The first 2 Marines do hit observation now, and I pause here. And what I found interesting is by Goder, when I actually usually watch them play, is they defended. They defend their RT usually heavily. And this time they had 2 Skulks and 1 Gorge. 1 in the vent, 1 in the front, and a Gorge in the back versus 2 Marines. And I was kind of worried about that.
My impression of Goder is that they change it up quite much here. Sometimes they just don't defend the rest nodes at all, and sometimes they have like superb defense, or just commit a lot with the Skulks defending. So I feel they are changing quite often, to be honest. But that's my gut.
They don't play identical every situation.
No, they don't.
Nobody does really.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened in this situation though. I don't remember it. I was on the other side of the map, I guess.
That was a decisive fight.
That was actually.
Yeah, it should be said. I mean, when we're talking about us playing defensively, holy knows, we don't play just no aggression at all for the first 5 minutes of the game or whatever. We do push when we see an opportunity. It's just that we like to get the rest nodes up, like to block the paths, and then when we have a chance to go in, we do it. That's how we slow play it.
Yeah, and this one pretty went damn good for you, because that pressure team succeeded in here, and they sent 2 Skulks to platform. You can see the RT flashing in the north, and I'm not sure what Marine that is. It must be Skuggan then, probably saving that, and they end up with losing observation. You can see it here right now. Kaivol has to run. Platform is saved, and Goder lost their map control. The rest biters in the north all dead, and they're about to lose observation as well.
No, the thing here, they don't lose the rest now because my Marines mess up, I have to say. Kuro goes alone and then dies from walk here, and then Tane and Eagle is in bad position. They can't get back to the rest now, and now they're just gonna die.
I don't know why they went down towards shipping there. That was a bad call.
Yep. That they don't get the rest on, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, they're going in with 5 aliens right now. Yeah, I remember.
But the key point here is that while all this is happening, they are not killing any rest nodes at all.
Yeah, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, no, I was in there. I didn't do anything in fucking Logi.
No.
I think I ended up backing out eventually.
Yeah, you do move back to repair now.
Yeah, because I know that was never gonna be able to do it. I mean, it was a double pressure opportunity, but when all the guys in Obs died instantly before I was able to take down any Hydras in Logi, I knew it was not gonna happen, so I just backed off.
Okay, I'm forwarding a bit more, trying to look for the next key one maybe. This is 4 minutes, still early. At one point I think you entered the double pressure. Let me check. Here we go. 4.5 minutes in the game. You're sitting on 6 extractors.
I'm fine with that.
That's a sexy amount of extractors.
Yeah. And then we get the observation down.
Then you get observation down, exactly. Yoda has 57 T-Res in the bank, and yeah, quite a problem to put up a hive right now. And from the situation, I mean, you pretty much do the same. But as an alien commander, what would be your goal to actually swing around the state of the game?
At this point?
Yeah, at this point. If you look on the minimap and the rest and everything, I mean, what would be your main focus?
Of course, I need to get the second hive up, so I will get the cracks and Gorge channel there. And I think that's what they're doing too. And I will give up the right side, focusing on the left side completely. and then I would try to have one scout going behind enemy lines, and then I was gonna bank on them making a push against our new dropped hive, and then hoping that we might kill it decisively and then take down some rest nodes after it. That would be my general idea.
Yeah, at this point the aliens are behind because we are getting all the rest we need to get all the upgrades, which will put us ahead of them, which makes the hive takedown a lot easier. But they just need to get the hive dropped as soon as possible, because the longer it takes for them to drop the hive, the more tech we get and the easier it is for us to take the hive down. The key in this situation is that you need to have the crags up, you need to have the gore channel up, you need to have the hive dropped, so that you can get the lurk there, you can get the lurk heal while he's there, and you can get the skulks there fast to support the lurk when you're defending the hive.
Yeah, point. So we see several players on 30 PRS, Grizzy as well. So they have the lurk timing now, but 57 TRS in the bank and no Gorge Tunnel started. So that would delay quite much. And
yeah, I think that's a mistake.
Yeah, that would be my question there. And I kind of agree, I think, because getting that hive up is really important now. And if you start Gorge Tunnel now, it will. How long does it take? How many seconds? Do you remember?
Way too long. It's above 1 minute at least.
Yeah.
Probably 90 seconds. Yeah.
90 seconds, something like that. So you can usually start it quite early because it's very cheap. It just takes a long time to research. It's like 10. It is 10.
Okay.
Yes, 10.
I'm jumping a little bit. 5-minute mark where they just drop repair room hive. That is exactly the moment what they tried. They gave up on the right side. Observation is down. They're actually killing the our team repair room right now. Playing it a little bit in the background. And there's one Marine, Skuggan just goes in when the hive was dropped.
Yeah, that was a ballsy move from him. I don't understand if there was like a teaser move from him, like haha, come and take my hive, or it was just a mistake. But maybe he's just banking on them killing Skuggan really easy, and he's not seeing the hive, or.
I mean, they have 2 skulks there and lurking away. So there's no real danger.
I guess.
But I presume they knew it was only Skuggan, because if there was 2 Marines there, it might go the entire other way.
It could have gone south.
Yep.
Yeah,
I don't see any drifters, so I'm not sure if they knew exactly how many people we have there, because you can't really know for sure when you don't have a drifter in ore, you don't have a drifter in repair.
Maybe it was a teaser move from him.
So a question about the hive drop. Do you usually put the crags down first, you say, and then you like establish and then put the hive down? But Coda here, they just drop it.
I would probably not drop it until I have the Gorge Tunnel, or I feel super secure that I can drop it and get the Gorge Tunnel up afterwards. I don't have any specific time of doing it, but I like to get the hive, crags, and the Gorge Tunnel up at exactly the same time.
Yeah, because
if you don't have
it's a bit risky though, this drop, because you see they still have a guy in hub coming up from
and as far as I remember, I tried to punish them for these mistakes.
Interesting question from the chat, actually. Eros, our guest later, was asking Scrime Scrime is the best to answer it, at least. He's asking why we decided to upgrade Armor 2 at this point instead of Weapon 2, I assume.
I just changed that the other day. I'm still trying to figure out what I like the best, but I feel that the shotgunners aren't that. Since I like to do that shotgun timing push against the hive, that was how I was banking on doing that at least. So I thought that Armor 2 would help more with the shotgun push, again, because the major problem is usually the lurk spiking the Marines, and with more armor, I felt that they could get closer to the hive and actually, force the lurk out. And I thought that was more important than W2.
I tend to agree with you. One point that people often don't think about. I mean, if this was Natural Selection 1, I would say, why the hell are you going Armor 2? You want Weapon 2 so you can get the Weapon 3 faster. That's the only thing that matters. But in Natural Selection 2, it's different because of the glancing bites. Armor is so much more powerful in NS2 because of the glancing bites. So every additional point of armor you can get in is super important. Whereas, especially against Skulks and the Lurk, the Weapon 2, it isn't that significant for the shotguns. It's important when they have the Fades. The Weapon 2 and Weapon 3 are really important against Fades. But against the Skulks and Lurk, it's not that important. So I tend to agree with you that Armor 2 is the better research.
Especially when you have a good rest flow and you are sitting on 6 RTs, so you must feel quite confident you will get Weapon 2 before the Fates come out, for sure.
Exactly.
Just to interrupt though, you're saying it's better with Armor 2, but are you talking about Division 1 or are you talking about like general NS2 now?
I don't know anything about anything that isn't Archaea level, so don't ask me about
just
anything
too specific.
less.
This is like for Division 1, your standard point.
This is well, it's hard to really talk about things that I haven't personally experienced. I can only talk about what I would like to see as a field player.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
prefer having armor 2. In
I'm just
a
clarifying.
lower division match, it might be different, but in general, I think the point here is if you can get the armor 2 up and then the weapon 2 up before fades, then you're fine. If you're stuck on weapon 1 when the fades are out, you're gonna have a problem. And it's also a problem that it delays your weapon 3. Ideally, you really do want weapon 3 as soon as possible, because it rips fades apart.
I actually didn't go weapon 3 at all this game, if I remember correctly.
You did. You did.
Yeah, I think we had full upgrades at the end.
Yes.
Okay,
3
that
jets.
was super late, and because I went A3 before weapons 2, before weapon 3 as well, I thought I would try that out, see how it felt.
Alright, so now we have the situation, close after the 5-minute mark. Hive has dropped no gorge tunnels, no cracks, not even aliens at the Hive at this point. It was just the Lurk saving it, then flying back. And if
Yeah, it was a weird defense by them.
Yeah, and before I go hitting now, you scouted it. I mean, Skogan was in there right the moment they dropped the Hive and killed 2 Skulks and died to the Lurk. So, you heard it, Scrime. What was your call? Would you go macro game, kill RTs, or Hive push?
Oh, I said high push immediately. Skogan, we didn't see no cracks, I didn't see no gorge tunnel. I felt like, hey, thanks for the Hive.
Okay.
Yeah, I think at this point though, this is, I mean, it's might be silly of me to try to say or guess what they were thinking at this point, but my guess is at this point in the game they were getting a bit disorganized. They had not been able to get on RS pretty much at all the entire game. They were losing most of the engagements. They had no map control, and when you get into that position, you're sort of disorganized. You don't really know what to do. Teamwork starts to go to hell, and I think that was what was happening here with them, if I was to take a guess. And that's why their defense of this high was relatively weak.
Yeah, so also another interesting note is we see here Icefeld and Chrissy are double lurking. So I had the feeling that Goda was scared to hell for this Hive right now. Because as we talked about earlier, their usual gameplay is just saving for 4 fates until unless you can deny that, and you force them to go double lurk. That's what I feel. I know Icefeld's a good lurk, but I also prefer usually to go solo lurk with Grizzy and try to get for the 4 fates, if I'm not mistaken.
They switched it up a lot. I don't know. The thing is,
Icefeld
is pretty much their permanent lurk. He always lurks, but there are other guys. They have a lot of different people lurking. I've seen Mendas lurking. I've seen
He hates to.
lurking.
He hates to.
I've seen him lurk still. It's like, why do you make him lurk if he hates it? But they actually have a lot of decent lurk. I mean, Grissi used to be a really good lurk. He was at least one of the few good lurks back in the beta days. But I haven't seen him lurk that much since then, so I don't know really how good he is now. And he makes a pretty nasty error later on as well. So I don't know how wise it was to have 2 lurks with this particular team.
Alright, so double lurk ready to defend, no gorge tunnel, no cracks, and here we see the 4 Marines with shotguns. I'm not sure how many shotguns you had in this push, but
4.
That was your kind of thank you for the Hive move, and you go in, and that is pretty hard to hold, if not impossible.
It didn't go as good as I hoped, though. It costed them more than I expected, considering they had no cracks or tunnel. I thought that would be like, oh, let's move in and kill it. But those 2
it took more time than we thought, and the lurk spikes are just really nasty. In general.
I had actually a major problem holding all 4 Marines alive.
And one interesting thing to note is though that we actually go in before armor 2 finishes.
That's a good
so
time.
we didn't have the advantage of armor 2. We lost all the armor before we got armor 2.
Mistake. My God.
Good point. Yeah, I didn't even catch that one. You missed the timing. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a bit delayed too. We kind of felt we had to go in. I don't think we were even thinking about the upgrades at that point because we were waiting. Me and one other guy was waiting outside repair for a while because the other guys were a bit delayed behind us. It was just a tiny bit disorganized by us. So we kind of felt we had to go at that point to prevent them from getting additional defenses up.
Yep.
Yeah, we saw they try to drop Hydras right now at the doorway down to logistics in repair, which were kind of desperate Hydras just to put them up wherever the gorge is
those
right
are pointless.
now. And yeah, I mean, boy, everything else I noticed is there was tons of really good meds by Scrime. That was, I mean, when they entered the room, you had 3 Marines almost dying to the spikes, and they all got like medded at the same time. So, man, I have to point it out. That was really great.
If there's one thing you should know about Scrime is that he has excellent meds when he wants to. Sometimes he doesn't want to, and you don't get any meds at all. But when he wants to, you get just the amount of meds you need.
So it looks like he won it this time.
Yep.
Okay, I'm just playing a little bit until that push commences really hard. There's Goda has to move right now. And all those lurks, they're all so low. There's not much they can do here.
No, they're committing pretty much their entire team to the defense, but they are in bad positions. They let us get inside the hive room, where they can't really get healed by the crag that's there, and their lurks are not full health, and the gorge is in the wrong position, and the skulks are not attacking at the same time. It's not good for them at all.
Yeah.
So was this due to the fact that they dropped it before the crags, or was the crags actually up before?
No, the reason we get in there is that they don't ambush us while we're walking in. We could just
okay.
walk straight into the hive and set up shop, because their skulks aren't there. The skulks were somewhere else. They were too late.
So
I guess they were attacking rest nodes, and that's the problem with heavy rest node biting. Is that if you don't time it perfectly, you will get behind in these situations. And I mean, even if they had perfect teamwork, which they didn't when they actually tried to assault the position we'd set up, it would have been really hard to kick us out of there when we're sitting in a big open space with the shotguns, 4 guys. So that was just a clusterfuck for them.
Yeah. So what's the optimal counter to that? You coming in, standing there. So you have welders as well, right?
No,
or did you not at this
point?
point?
Yeah, we had welders.
Course,
yeah, we usually try to get welders. Yeah, we had them in this situation. We didn't really have much time to weld though, but I think we got a chance at some point to do it.
Yeah, now if you place on, you start welding.
I mean, if you were Godar in this situation, what would you do?
It's so hard because you already made the key mistake of letting the Marines get into the position where they want to be. I mean, the only thing you have 2 options here. One is you try to assault it as best as you can with perfect fucking teamwork. You might be able to clear it. Or you just give up the hive. You say, okay, fine, we fucked this up. We cannot save this hive anymore. We're gonna force you to spend time killing it, and while you're doing that, we're gonna go kill all your rest.
Yeah, and at 650 where stopped is exactly when they decided they lost it.
Yeah.
They had 2 lurks with low health, and they turned away from here.
Yeah, but they did it too late, because at that point the hive was almost done anyway, and they weren't really able to get on our rest in that time. And neither of these options are very good, because well, the one trying to assault this position and clear it, which they tried once, that's really risky, and that's a good chance you're just going to fail. And the other going on rest nodes, I mean, you're still losing the hive, you're losing rest nodes, you're losing map position. It's just a bad situation that you never want to be put in, and you can try to get out of it, but oh, it's nasty.
Alright, so yeah, that hive falls, there's no way to save it, they're giving it up. I mean, too late. If they would have wanted to give it up, maybe earlier right now, they didn't win anything. The observation has been redropped earlier, so trying to go with the rest game right now, some Skulks trying to go somewhere. And we see also one Marine, I think it was Korurio, stopping again, was sitting in hub.
Yeah, we always keep one guy behind in case of a base rush or whatever. And I think also Grisa said that he thought they should have gone for base rush earlier. I'm not sure if it was this hive push or a later one. I think it was this one. He thought that they might have said if they went for base rush. I guess that's the 3rd opportunity. Instead of going on the rest node, you can say, okay, we'll go on base, force us to beacon. That's a possibility. They could have rushed base and tried to force a beacon to get us out of the hive.
They didn't even force a beacon. I think Scrimey did a cautious beacon, because right now
it's a preemptive beacon.
Preemptive, yeah, you beaconed. Right now we're paused. And there we go, beacon in back at home. And there was no.
Yeah, because we don't want to let them base rush, and also we don't want to let them get on our rest nodes, and we're not really doing anything to repair after we kill the hive, so just get out. That's the easiest way to get back into good positions.
With 4 harvesters up, 10 rest is nothing at this point.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so sitting at this situation, you kill the hive, great move. Goder has 3 harvesters, redrop repair, it's on the way. And you're gonna be down to 3 extractors. So, I mean, Warehouse is just flashing right. Not sure if they can save it. I just pause it again with a bigger minimap.
I mean, it's important to know the game still isn't lost here for the aliens. They have extractors up, and if they can hold out long enough to be able to drop another hive, they can get some fades up, maybe they will be able to defend it. But the longer this game drags on, the more upgrades we get, and the harder it gets for them to defend the hives they want to drop. And you can't win without 2 hives. It's simply not possible in this game, except for base rushes.
Or yeah, or except you trade hives and get a 2 honors by P-Res in a late game or something. That might be an
I
idea.
guess you can win with the honors, but
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that happen with one hive.
I did some on Veil with double hive lockdown when you just mass expand.
Yeah.
Well, that never happens in Division 1.
And it was Division 1, dude.
Fuck. God damn it!
Screw you. Never mind. Okay. So I just want to point it out by looking at the minimap. The game is not over yet. It was a big blow to go there, losing that hive. There was some mistakes helping it out. So great pressure, but by all means, the game is not over yet. But big favor, of course, Akian. You already had the armor 2, weapon 1, shotguns, welders, and the ops at the 7.5-minute mark. So let's going maybe over to the next. There was a really big or close engagement, which I mean, it's the specific why I pointed out this game, or why I tried to prepare this for today, because later on there will be another repair hive drop, and actually you dropped it right now. Maybe I will show the cam there. I'm trying to find out as soon as I show the hive. Maybe.
But it's dropped.
Yeah, it just dropped.
Yeah, he wants the situation where we have a bunch of guys pushing in there before it fades.
Yeah, because you see already the P-Res are going up. 4 harvesters up for Godor. And they won't lose it right now. I think they might lose
Scrime, why do you jump? Stay in the fucking CC, man.
Yeah.
Let's actually go for the
It's
timing.
fun to jump.
I don't want to get too long into that, so where's the timing? Oh, that was the move. Here you killed the Carapace shell. How did it happen? Who was that?
No, if I remember this correctly now, I had 2 Marines outside each hive, and I thought that they were probably going to be overcommitting on the hive defense since they lost our last hive, so I thought like, hey, maybe I can get Carapace. At this point, I stopped going for the hive, because I already delayed it as much as I wanted to, so now I went back to playing macro game instead. So that's why I went for Carapace and harvested from now on. If I remember correctly, I didn't push Repair Room anymore. But there was an opportunity later to push the shipping high though.
Yeah, just paused here 9:20 when Fana and Skogan was in shipping, catching Goda by surprise and killing the Carapace shell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except that it was.
Yeah, we killed the Carapace shell on both the Marine rounds we won actually.
Yep.
It's quite efficient.
Okay.
Not that they have a really good rest flow, so it's not like.
Yeah, but the thing is, it gives us like 1 minute of no new Carapace scopes,
Yeah.
and that helps a lot.
Yeah, you wanna wrap the round up?
I wanna wrap the
Wrap
round
it up.
up, and I'm gonna
Wrap it
look
up.
right here. Where is it interesting?
Yeah, Scrime,
This is an interesting
Tane
topic.
has a key moment here actually.
I get the fade.
Yeah, that here is 10 minutes in the game, or 10.5 minutes. The hive is finished in repair. We have, look at the P-Res, we have Vogue with 50, Duty 47, Alkadi 48, and yeah, it's just 3 fades, and they're not popping up, and right now you have 2 Marines, no, actually 3 Marines in Repair Hive, with that timing. 2 upgrades in Repair Hive. You can't all go fade right now, because the more people you have fade, the less skulks you have defending. This is, I mean, I feel as the alien, this is just the most unlucky time you can get pushed to repair. I'm actually gonna play right now. It's 4 Marines in here. This push, I think it was epic timing. Did you plan, did you look at the map, Scrime? That was my question I wanted to ask you. Did you look at a timer or something on the feeling, like, where you knew the timing window was closing and wanted to hit a hive badly before fates pop, or was it just just the progress of the game where you pushed anyways?
Difficult question. I don't remember at this point, to be honest. I remember that when I saw all the cracks already up and the hydras, then I thought like, hey, we can't do this anymore. Let's go for the macro game. That's all I can remember. I can't remember though, however, if committing to this high push the second time was, if I had any thoughts about it, behind it. Oh, sorry, I can't. I just remember that Koroyo and Eagle were king there, and Tane got a real nice, like, frag on the save. It was like, yeah.
Pushed them out then, and you ended up killing that hive in repair room, cleaning that out, killed already one
No, we
fade.
never killed the hive. I never killed the hive. I was never
right,
interested in. I went for shipping instead because they had so good defense here with the crags and the hydra. So I thought like, hey, well, if you're gonna commit here, I just gonna take the other hive.
Yeah, that's why you moved to logistics right now.
Exactly.
And yeah, as you said, shipping undefended, and then you went in. But actually, let me pull forward. Here we go. Oh, there we go. 2 Fates trying to defend versus 4 shotgunners.
Not gonna happen.
Not happening.
Not without cracks behind us.
Okay, yeah. They were kill. I think you killed just 1 Fate. Al-Qaeda made his way out somehow. There we go. He just escapes, and the other Fate, Duty, is dying, and the Hive goes down. And from there, I mean, that's game. Or that was game at least. Goda tried to play really long, really hard. It took, I think, another 10 minutes or 12 minutes to actually the game was finished. And it tried, you can see on the minimap right now, as they're mass expanding to ore, to warehouse, they actually got 5 or 6 harvesters up for a point in time. But I mean, it was too big of a blow.
Yeah, we played. Actually, this is a comment I'm making after talking on the stream chat. We played very cautiously this round. We could have probably ended it earlier with a heavy push on their main hive. Either after we killed repair or after we killed shipping air, but we just played it very cautiously. I'm not exactly sure why, but I guess we were worried about base rush and whatnot, so we decided to not take any chances. So we just we grinded it down until we had a decisive, like, completely game-ending chance to end it instead of just going for the kill earlier. And at this point, Alcald was their only fan. He actually stayed alive for a long time, just jumping in and out, not dying, not really doing any damage, but staying alive and sort of preventing us from going inside their repair and ending it.
They actually stayed alive up like the last minute of this game. Somehow. It's the only fate. That was.
Yeah, he was playing very cautiously, which is
it's
the correct play of him. I mean, if he dies, it's definitely over. But when you play it defensively, you can't really get any frags either, so it was sort of hopeless.
Okay, so much for roundup. That was the last game because best of 7. You took game 4 and won the finals from there. Don't want to talk too much about this anymore. I mean, we also have the post-match interview, which is available to watch, and there's also other finals going up or will hit soon, like the NA semis finals of Division 1 is, I think, on Sunday, starting at the same time like this show did right now, which is 21 Central European summertime on, I think, Red Dog TV stream, and more finals to come up, which are to be scheduled and stuff. But right now we're gonna jump on the next topic. I mean, we have the Nations Cup popping up, and for the Nations Cup, there's already tons of teams signed up. I think I counted 16, so those flags do not represent all teams who are signed up yet. And I'm going to give you a little overview because I wanted to quickly talk with you guys what you think about the Nations Cup and who's going to come up, or what do you think who's going to be in the semis, talking about the strength of those teams.
Well, first we can actually talk about when is the cup going to be played.
Yeah,
so,
good idea.
Yeah,
do it.
So it's the sign-ups are already open if anyone still want to play. It's open to any team, any nation. So it's the 26th to 27th of May starting. That's the group stages basically. And then we have 1st to 2nd June is the semi. Are we doing quarters actually? Blind.
Depends on the signups. I mean, depends really upon
depends
how
on
many
the format,
teams you
I guess.
Have. The format will be decided after the signups close.
Depending on the format, we're gonna have quarters or not, and then semi-finals. So that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now the real one. We have teams Sweden, South Korea, Canada, Spain, Singapore, USA, France, New Zealand, Australia, UK, Finland, Turkey, Netherlands, Brazil, Germany, and Denmark. So far, there might be also Team Austria coming up, as far as I heard, trying to get their 6 players.
Maybe Team Poland as well.
Yeah, Team Poland. I'm actually wondering, there's actually many Polish people out there.
Yeah, they have a channel on our TS.
And they also have a nice website, naturalselection2.pl, which is always up to date. It's a really cool community website. Just wanted to point it out here. And yeah, okay, let's go. What do you think is the top 4 teams? So let's say the top 4 teams in this. Your shots, Crime.
Oh, France, Finland. That's my. That's like. I think those are gonna be scary. I haven't, to be honest, checked all teams yet. I have to say that.
There are a lot of teams you can't check actually, which is interesting because there's a bunch of players that are just completely foreign to us, like Team New Zealand, Team Australia. We don't know anything about those teams. It's
Just go
it's,
after what you know. Just go what you know.
But I'm only gonna say 2 names, and I think Finland and France are gonna be hot.
What? Not Sweden.
Not Sweden.
I can't say my own. I thought I couldn't say my own team.
Of course
You can, of course you can.
I'm sorry, guys, but I don't think Sweden is a top contender.
No, I don't actually.
I gotta be honest. You guys got a solid team, but the two, I mean, France is very solid. France is a tournament favorite, which is probably the first time. I mean, France had a lot of good teams back in NS1 as well, but they were never a tournament favorite. This time they are actually a top favorite to win this. But the biggest favorite is by far Finland, simply because Finland is basically Solomon plus Tane. And that is a really solid lineup who has a lot of practice playing together. And they don't have any weak links, really. So Finland is my guess for number 1. France is my guess for number 2. And after that, it is entirely open. You got Sweden, you got USA, you got Spain even, maybe. I don't know, they might surprise us.
Germany?
Germany, of course. And then there's the New Zealand and Australia and Korea and Brazil. Nobody knows how good these teams might actually turn out to be.
Not even themselves.
Team Canada, isn't that also a part of All In, if I remember correctly, or half All In?
Yeah, I'm actually trying to book PCW against Canada on this weekend for us. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, guys, let's talk about that.
Anyway, my predictions is pretty much the same. I mean, semifinals, I would see maybe Sweden or Finland against USA. And then, of course, France in the finals with someone. Probably Finland.
I think if Euros is on top shape, he might carry Germany to the semis. That's my feeling, or my hope, of course, at least. But finals, I don't think so. That's gonna be too tough. Especially, who's commanding France? Team France, do you know?
That's
Rios.
France's potential weak link. Rios was a really good comm in NS1. In NS2, I don't know. I haven't really seen him play. And I know that he hasn't played in Division 1 really. So that's sort of their, well, I shouldn't say weak link, but that's sort of the, I mean, all the other players in Team France are Division 1 quality players. But Rios, we don't know.
Okay.
It's hard to tell.
But the thing is, he isn't really a weak link because he has like 5 excellent players that can tell him exactly what to do and what he does wrong.
I'm just talking relative here. This is the difference
the
between
only-
France and Finland. Finland has Peach, who's an established commander, boatloads of experience, both from NS1 and now finally some experience in NS2. Whereas the French Comets, well, nobody really. Well, we don't know how good he is in NS2. It's yeah.
Well, yeah, okay. It's the only chip in the armor, I guess.
We know at least for one thing for sure: the most viewers or NS2 players are probably rooting for Team USA. Because that's most sold copies, and I think the biggest player base around for one country at least. And Team Finland on Peach, I think, yeah, he's an established commander, but lastly, still, I don't see him so deep in NS2 yet. I'm trying to talk to him always, like, come on Peach, get your NS2 comp style up. And I think that's also some reason maybe where they could, I don't know, there was some weird strategies. They played in the, what match was the last one they played, semis or something, where they started with fast turrets?
I don't know. Maybe it was against this team. I know. What are they called?
Scram.
What was this team called that Solomon played in the summer?
Ah, okay, you play. Yeah, I watched that from Burst. Yeah, it was you.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I was wondering.
See, this is the problem, Blind. You were dumb enough to put the other semifinal on NSL TV
I did.
instead of commenting on our match. This is why you don't know until now.
You don't know.
It has nothing to do with them. It just was. I wanted Meow and Goder and Whistle wanted Akir. So.
But Blind, do you actually know if USA is making 2 teams, or is it just 1 team?
Definitely, each country only has 1 team. If they do
you look
2
at
teams
the-
that fight it for who's
Yeah, because I've
representing
been
it,
wondering about the Nexel players if they're not gonna participate or.
Yeah, I'm wondering as well. Who's actually playing for USA? No one knows yet.
Maybe someone in the stream knows. I don't know.
Yeah.
You can tell us.
I mean, they have to figure out some way, one way or the other, who's actually representing them.
Actually, what are we talking about right now? I just dropped the ball here.
Drop the ball.
Yeah,
About
what are you trying to find
Cyber
out? What's the question?
If there's two teams in USA, because I don't see Nexel playing in the Team USA.
You can't trust that lineup. It's not finalized in any way. They haven't decided who's playing it, as far as I know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
They have a thread on the NSL forums, and it's completely disorganized. I have no idea what kind of a team they field. If USA fields the best possible team they can, they might be a contender for top 3. They might even manage to get to the final. Might even manage to win it. But if they field like a randomish team of different decent players like they have now on the roster on the site, I think they're going to struggle.
Yeah. Okay.
But right now we don't know who's playing. We don't know.
That's why the signups will
Alright.
close on 20th, and after that the teams will have to form up with the leader and represent us 6 players, or I mean also the backup players, whoever that is, who's gonna represent the nation, and we're gonna see how it goes on the group stage.
I want to make 2 comments from the chat. First of all, I am not going to drop the base. Second of all, Blarney Stone says that he asked Versal about the Nations Cup or the Team USA on his stream, and he said that Versal, which is Nextel's commander, said that most of the Nextel guys think the event is stupid. I'm not sure why. I think that seems like a silly opinion to have. I don't know if that's true either, because we're hearing it secondhand, but it's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, there's some I think frustration about that they can only have one team for such a big country, but I mean that's not a Regions Cup, that's the Nations Cup. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that, but this is sort of a tradition we've had in national selection. I don't see why you can't continue that in NS2. There's always been 2 US teams. There's been US East and US West. But we're not here to discuss rules behind the goddamn Nations Cup. So just go on.
Alright, so let's move on. Next one. I mean, we want to introduce now. It's a little bit late for him, but it doesn't matter. We always overtime. You know that already by us.
Final thing. Since I said this, I have to correct myself. I mean, Blarney Stone says that probably not those exact words, as in Versal didn't say that the event was stupid. That was what Blarney Stone interpreted
he said it
Versal's answer as.
Okay. Just to clarify that. Yeah, okay, good
point.
So,
gotta be fair about these things.
yeah. To move on our special guest today, we have Ayorus in here. So just gonna switch over and say, hey, how are you doing, man?
Hi, I'm doing fine. Just waiting for you guys
to finish
chilling
up. In the sun.
Yeah, we told him actually about 20 minutes in the show we're gonna start with that, and now it's I think 50 minutes in the show. It's usual time up for us, so probably let's do carry it over, please, for being so late, anyways.
Okay. So, Iros, why don't you tell us a little about who you are, what you do for NS? NS2.
What I do for NS2 is at the moment I'm helping Selvak to get feedback for his balance mod at the moment. Like other people do, like Goder is helping him a lot, Gohan Zeter and the HBZ guys. And my part now is, and what I came up with the help of one of the casters in the forum, is to create a balance mod cup for his balance mod. So what we're gonna see is from the 15th of June to the 23rd of June, so 2 weekends, we're gonna have a NS2 balance mod cup coming up.
He dropped the bomb. That's enough.
Yeah, I just dropped the bomb. I can't wait anymore. I speed up things a little. What's the point about behind the balance mod cup and why we are doing this? It's gonna take part with the help of all the casters we have in NS2, and it's mainly focused to get as many games casted as we can, and to create as much feedback for Selvak and the balance mod. because people don't realize, and I think that's a key point why we are doing that. It's even with the help of the NSL and Blind, I shouldn't miss that, is the Balance Mod Cup, the Balance Mod from Selvig will go live anytime soon. And we have the opportunity to give as much feedback for him to create the most balanced NS2 as we ever had it. And our part of the community is to help him and get as many teams to play the balance mod as we can. So that's the focus of the balance mod. After the Nations Cup, we have 1 week of practice for the mod, and then we can start out with the cup. It's aimed for 16 teams, but depending on how many teams sign up, we can adjust it to even bigger numbers.
Will there be prizes?
The prizes, that's
Straight to
really,
the
really
prizes.
interesting. We can't confirm the first prizes yet, but we have a first prize, that's for sure. If it's money prize or some material prizes, we can't say that yet. At that point, that will be announced as soon as we have any confirms for that. But there will be prizes, I can assure you that. The second prize will be a server host for you. I'm not sure about the timings. I need to talk to someone else before I can get a clear timing that. But it's around 3 or 6 months a server for you, free. And the third prize, and that's a special thing about this cup, will be T-shirts from Unknown Worlds. You all know they don't ship into Europe or any other place of the world at the moment, just the US. But we will make it happen that you get the T-shirts from Unknown Worlds to your place. That's the third prize, but the third prize means it will get randomly selected by all the teams, not the first and not the second, but every other team which will take part of that tournament. And if these teams play all their matches, didn't forfeit any round, they have the chance of getting these T-shirts.
That's great.
That's our special kind of gift for the community which take part. So even lower division teams which say, hey, we won't reach the semifinals, we don't have a shot, why should we play? That's something like we can offer them, like you have a shot of getting T-shirts, we make it happen for you, so you get something in reward for playing and taking your time.
It's nice. Iris making it happen. Good.
Yeah, and B1 got the T-shirt. He can show it for the crowds now.
Yeah,
I already
so everyone
They can
knows
see
what
it.
I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's the black shirt with the Jonas and the Marine. Well, yeah, I wanted to ask you, how many? Did you say how many teams can sign up for this?
There's no limit. Like we aim for
Okay.
16 teams, but if there are like 20 or even more, that would overwhelm us, and we would adjust everything just for it. The goal is to get as many games as we can to help Selvig balance out this mod as much as he can to get the feedback he's needing. Like he's asked for balance and he just got a few servers running the mod and just some players, public players giving him feedback. And my goal and the NSL goal and the goal from everyone else who's helping me with the cup is to get competitive players into playing the balance mod, get it at the right balance, which we need for competitive gaming and for public playing. So people are focusing on the balance mod, and we get an awesome game as soon as this will go live.
All right, nice.
That's pretty awesome, yeah. So
just one addition for the cup. I didn't miss it. First week will be round robin with at the moment planned 4 groups with 4 teams, and the second week will be double elimination. That's what we planned at the moment, depending on how many teams will take part.
Alright, that's pretty cool. And also, so there's lots of incentives actually for the teams to really practice out the balance mod. We want you to practice it as much as possible, so there's a good chance, a good opportunity, there's a cup for it, so practice it as soon as early, because it will be at a point in time, maybe sooner than you might think, then there will be changes going live, and you want to be prepared for that one for sure. So and there's incentives. I mean, you can win prizes. Yeah, in the cup, you can win a cup. Yeah. And you can beat Fana and Scrime. They're already shocked. Yeah! So go for that for sure. Is there any
I have
way...
no idea what's going on right now. I am really confused.
Announcing a cup. So,
Blind, can you say the dates again? I'm sure you're gonna announce it for NSL as well.
yes, the dates are yours. Was the 15th and 16th of June, the group stage, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And
22 and 23 will be the double elimination week.
And when's the sign up? When can you start signing up?
The sign up starting today. As soon as we are finished with NS2 Showtime, Blind and me will make a forum post at NS2 and we will announce it on the NSL page. So teams from today on can sign up for this cup. So you can sign up on the ENSL page as soon as we have finished all the work for it. We haven't done it yet, so so no information got leaked till now.
we just waited. We waited for this announcement. Live announcement is always a big surprise in here in the show. That's why it's worth watching, and right.
But okay, is this gonna be a big update, or is this gonna be like a small medpack update? Can you tell us that?
The balance mod.
Yeah.
The balance mod is
What?
like a complete. The balance mod.
Sorry, I just got to interrupt you, Ross. Did you just suggest that the balance mod update is a small med pack change, Bowie?
Oh, like last time, it's like the builds are so different. It's like I want to know if this is actually like a huge difference towards the balance, or
You should
is this
just
gonna
try
be like
it,
a
but it might be interesting for. I
small
assume
bit.
the viewers know about this. I hope they're not as clueless as you.
No.
Fuck you,
The thing is, and why I made that cup happen, was that most competitive players doesn't know anything about the balance mod, and they think that's just something Selvak made for himself, and that has nothing to do with NS2. This
I
balance
actually
mod
haven't
will go
played it,
live,
so-
and it's huge. It's like complete different movement code for NS2. The aliens have some kind of bunny hop. It's like a discussion if it's bunny hop from Quake or something else. It gets out of hand if we talk about that. But you got new movement code, new fate blinking. Aliens can drop chambers. It's more like NS1, but have still NS2 in it. It's the alien play completely changed. You can build on infestation. It's like a complete new game, and you have to adjust completely new to it.
Yeah, the balance mod is put really simply, it is the biggest change since the release of NS2. It actually has an interesting background. I'm not going to go too far into it, but about half a year ago, maybe. It might not be that long, that far back, but it was around the Christmas time, I think, or maybe just in January. Goodness gracious, Wasabi 1 decided to put together a sort of competitive balance team. Just basically a bunch of prominent competitive players talking about the game, what should be different, what the devs could work on to make it better. And of course, the devs read all this, tried to implement some of the changes into the game, but not really any of the big things. But then Sulek came along and he went over all the suggestions we had made. And then he started working on a balance mod, using many of the ideas that the competitive balance group had put together, as well as some of his own ideas. And that's sort of that's what the balance mod is right now. It's his interpretation of the feedback the competitive community have given, in addition to some of his own ideas.
Yeah, we want to make sure that the competitive players all know really about it and really actually play it. Mostly, they just keep playing a standard game, and we want to have them giving some incentive to actually try it out more, truly, and that's why iOS wanted to set up also this balance mod to get people actually playing it, so we have more feedback for Sulek doing that.
Yeah, well, one really important thing to note here is that this balance mod is a work in progress, and it is still a balance mod. The actual update they put out, which will come at some point most likely, will not be the balance mod you are playing right now. It will probably be different, and all the feedback we give to them, the players give to them, will hopefully make the balance mode better. I don't think it's perfect right now. I think it needs a lot of changes before it is ready to be released, but I think it's a big step in the right direction, and I hope we will see many of the changes in the balance mode in the main game sometime soon.
Yeah, we can't repeat it as much as you did and the others did already. Feedback, and like Wasabi is telling, feedback is really important. And people don't see it. We have the chance to change NS2 like we never could. Give the feedback and change NS2 the way we want and how it could work for everyone. And people should take that opportunity to give feedback and change NS2 in a way we never could before.
Yeah, exactly. This cup is going to be extremely important for the balance as well. So like we encourage everyone to sign up for this cup. Everyone should be playing, dropping feedbacks, improving the game overall.
Bear in mind, you don't need to have an established team right now to participate in this cup. If there's anyone watching this who is not currently in a team, you can make a new team, a mixed team, even just to play in the cup.
That's right. Yeah. And it's highly suggested, or hopefully, or encouraging the people to actually do so. More teams, the better. The more players playing it, the better. The more feedback we'll gain. And yeah, so thank you, Iris, for. I mean, you're mainly organizing all this also in the background, and this is just epic. And I love the idea the very first time you told me. And this is just great endeavor. So thumbs up for that. Thumbs up. Yeah, definitely. I have to. Okay,
Alright.
so we hit again over 1 hour of the timing. And when we started, before we started, we said this is gonna be a 30-minute show today. And yeah, that's like a
Scribe
course
already
we
left
have.
30 minutes ago.
No.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Scribe
So,
never leaves. He just waits in silence, and he strikes.
because actually our goal is to have a little bit shorter episodes, but more of them and more regularly. Maybe even at some point once in a week, but I don't know. That's might be the aim. But we're also not the only ones doing shows like that. So there's always content going around in this community. And before I end the stream, there will also be a little teaser video, so be ready for that one. B1, you noticed already. I wanna cut things short. I wanna close it out and fade out very soon, unless I forgot some things, because I usually do. That's why I have you, and that's why I'm asking you.
Oh, guys, did we do it? Did we manage to make a show in half an hour?
No.
What?
Failed. Mission failed, like usual.
Did you not listen? He just said over an hour.
What?
You never listen. Fana doesn't listen. He just talks.
I don't understand. We were supposed to do this in 30 minutes. What's going on?
Alright. It's time, guys. It's time to call it. So, Scrime, any last words?
No, I'm fine.
Okay, good. Fala, no.
No. Thanks,
Are
Iris.
we doing the outro?
Yes.
Have we stopped doing the finishing line? Or are we doing it? What's going
you
on?
can actually do it now if you want.
Can I do? I don't even remember it. My God, what is it?
Until next time.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, I remember now. I can do it. Let me
Okay.
do it. Can I do it?
Okay, go
Can I
ahead.
do it?
Let's go.
Can I? Okay. Until next time, this is Showtime.
Bye. Oh god.
Shut up.
Alright.
Oh, shut up.
Alright, see you folks. Till next time.
This is a tough crowd.
Cam back, I just put it in, so you know. Saturday, next state of the game, Wasabi, Versal, Bitey, Red Dog. Just also watch that. Now I'm going out, so see you folks.